Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today is Sunday, and I think that I've decided, if you know who the Shaytards are, they used to do a one-take Sunday. That's kind of how our Sundays are going to go, because we don't really do a lot to capture on film. We do the same thing every week. We wake up too early, we go to church, and then we come to the store, except now our store that we've been going to no longer carries the peach mango bang anymore, it doesn't seem like. It's always out of stock. So we have to go to another store to try to get peach mango bang. And then we go to the house, I do laundry, she's on her phone, we do our planners, and we go to bed to start the week. So I don't know, I just thought that we would just kind of do like a one take, but it'll have a few editing because I'm not that great at speaking to keep it a one take Sunday. So that is what we're doing. I did want to kind of finish wrapping up from when she had acting class. I think I ran out of storage. I ran out of storage. So I didn't get to finish. But what I was trying to say is that I got to walk her to her class, and I got to see the class, and I felt so bad because I only saw one kid there, and the room looked much bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah, you kind of got to see what the room looked like, and there was more than one kid actually.
But I could only see the one.
Yeah, a lot of the kids, so the way it is where she was going down the hall with me, she could not really see the wall, this other wall of kids. She could only see the very front of the room and maybe the side wall over that way.
Yeah.
So she couldn't see over here, and there was like a whole line of chairs, and there were several kids there, and then there was actually two kids where I went inside. But yeah, and they're no longer waiting in the waiting room like I thought they would. They're just going straight into the class, and then in that case, well, what are you gonna do if like there's gonna be rehearsals or something? Because the teacher said that we're not always going to be in that room because they might have rehearsals in there, because it's an acting place, so you're gonna have acting rehearsals just as well as acting classes.
Yeah, and this time there was a man at the front desk when we walked in. And I must have looked really lost. I was trying to read the sign real quick because I felt really nervous, not knowing how this was going to work. But he directed us. He was like, "Are you here for class?" And I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "Last door to the left."
I honestly didn't believe him. I thought, I don't know where I thought everyone was, because we knew that some kids had probably gone into the building. But I don't know, I didn't believe him. Like, this doesn't feel right.
And then I started worrying in the car, and I'm like, what if that's not her class? And oh my gosh, I just left her.
I know, when I went in there, all I was thinking is, what if I've just walked into a rehearsal place, and even though I know these kids from like 2 weeks ago on my very first day, what if they've gone to like some kind of rehearsal or something too? Like, what if I'm in an actual rehearsal? This is gonna be so awkward if I have to say, I'm actually not here for the rehearsal, I'm here for acting classes.
Yeah, and she doesn't take her phone in, so there would be no way for her to be like, "Mom, I don't know, I'm lost."
Yeah, and we said that because I don't bring my phone in, if I were ever like lost, so to speak, and I didn't know where she was, I'd just wait in the waiting room and wait for her. And eventually she'd realize I wasn't coming anywhere, and she would go there.
But my thing is like, if you had been in the wrong class, you could wait in the waiting room all you wanted, but I wouldn't have shown up until it was time to come get you, and that's a long time to just be out there waiting.
I mean, it would be, but...
Does anybody take a bag with them? Like a purse or something?
One might.
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, I don't know. You need to take your phone, but I understand.
I don't know where the other kids are putting their phones because I didn't see them in the chairs and I didn't see them holding their phone either. So I don't know where they've put their phones in, like their pocket. I don't know where.
I would say their pocket, but that would be uncomfortable to sit on.
Yeah. And I have a constant fear that my phone's gonna fall out.
Yes, she does. She's always had that fear. So from her perspective, just kind of a brief, how do you feel your second class went?
I feel like it didn't go as well as my first, but that's probably just because of certain reasons that I'm made up, so to speak.
That you made up. She's hard on herself and she wasn't pleased with what they did.
Yeah, we did a skit.
Well, with what you did, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we did a skit and we each individually had to come up with our own skit, and I had this whole thing planned out. It was small, it was a short thing, but I had it detailed, and I knew I went second to last, so I saw everybody else's critiques because the teacher went through and she critiqued everybody on what they needed to do different to make their acting more realistic, to truly embody the person you're acting as. And so, I mean, I got everything that she critiqued, I got down, and I thought I looked very good, and I thought it was good, but you know, I forgot to do one simple thing. It was very simple, and that was my only critique, but still, I had this whole thing out, and very little of what I actually meant to do happened. Plus, I forgot to close the door. That probably don't make sense, but I forgot to close the door. It's an imaginary door, and I forgot to close the door, so I just locked it. I didn't even close it, and
She's just hard on herself. I'm glad that didn't happen on her first class, because when she walked out, her face, and I'm like, oh, let's just get out of here. Okay, I don't know what happened, but we're out. And so I was scared of what she was going to say, but it sounds like, you know, everything went all right, but that.
yeah.
So I guess the first class was just like an icebreaker, like y'all just played games.
That's exactly what it was. It was literally just an introduction.
Yeah, and then back into the course they go.
Yeah, I mean, the course was great. I mean, I had fun. I loved it. But I know I'm probably just being hard on myself, but it did not go as I planned. And I know not everything is going to go as I planned, but it's frustrating when you're up in front of like 6 kids and one almost an adult, or is an adult. I don't know. I can't remember her age, but and you mess up, and you know you messed up, and everybody else knows at least one thing that you messed up on, and it's awkward. Everybody else closed their door.
But you kept going.
I did.
And so, like, if you're up on stage and you forget to do something, you don't want to be like, oh, wait, you know, shoot, I didn't close the door, you guys. Hold on. Go close the door.
That's true,
So,
but
at least you didn't stop.
that's very true. But I didn't know I forgot to close the door until she told me I forgot.
But didn't you say that you didn't, like, what you had planned to do, like, you didn't do what you had planned or something?
Yeah.
So even in that moment, you kept going. I just know the door incident, so.
That's true. Several people, sometimes they would actually just redo their skit, I think, because they forgot to do something, but
So yeah, she doesn't have class next week. They're on a break. And so in 2 weeks, she'll go back. And I had originally told her that, you know, she could only do fall classes because I'm scared that winter classes would go into my very busy overtime season. And we live about an hour away. And so her class is about 2 hours. It's not exactly 2 hours, but it's closer to 2 hours. So you have a 2-hour class plus 2 hours there and back. So that's 4 hours out of the day to try to make up when I'm already having to work like 12-hour days. But I think that I think like when the winter classes start, my overtime season will be coming to an end. So I can do it for like a month. I'm good for a month. But if it's like 2 months, I don't know about that. But I'm pretty sure it starts in January. So she will most likely continue her classes through the winter classes and then take the spring and summer off.
Yes.
So that's what she has going on. Last week was a rough week for her. It started day 1 on Monday with her pen just going all over her planner.
The type of pens that I have sometimes, like, you can actually take all the ink out of a pen if you really wanted to. And sometimes the ink gets stuck, and you have to, like, either blow through one end of the pen very lightly so that way the ink comes unstuck. Sometimes you have to get water or something, just drip it down there to get it unstuck. A lot of things could work to get the ink unstuck. Well, I couldn't get the ink out, and I had done all my other tricks that I know to get the ink loose enough to where I can actually color with it and everything. Well, that didn't work, so I blew on it, and the way that this pen is you can actually detach it, so literally only the ink holder is there, and of course 2 open ends. So I blow through one, ink splatters out the other, and it goes all over my planner.
I will try to insert a picture as she's kind of describing that, so you all can see, but she turned it she turned it into something that it really worked with her spread. She had a Halloween spread. And I honestly think it adds to it. I think it's cute, but I do understand the frustration. Like, it just felt like everything was going wrong that day for her.
Yes, because that wasn't even the first thing. I mean, that was the first thing that happened, but that's not even the last thing that happened.
No, last week was just a rough week for you.
I had a bunch of quarter exams, and it was stressful, and pretty much everything took all day to complete, and it was,
Welcome back from the beach. Alright, the camera got too hot, so I'm trying to wrap this up real fast. The battery's dying as well. We hope that you enjoyed the video. Bye.
Bye.